Hey, hello, ice anglers. My name is Shifty. Some of you may already know me from our YouTube channel, Shifty Outdoors. Uh, I'm doing an ice rod review mainly because everyone keeps asking me questions and I can't answer them. Anyway, Shifty Outdoors is a three-man crew. Devin, Sean, and myself. And for years, we've always used the Abu Garcia Veritas combo, and we love it. And you're not going to hear me, not even during this presentation, I'm not going to diss on this whatsoever because I still think it's a great value, it's a great rod, and we love it. But they keep saying, hey, we've noticed a different rod in your tent this year. What's going on? Well, we actually used it at the very end of last season. We were approached somehow through media by one of the co-owners of Wasatch 10 Cara rods. They're going to switch over, kind of transition to the name WTR, but for now, I just call it Wasatch 10 Cara. But they asked me for some input on an ice rod. They've never made an ice rod before. They're more of a 10 Cara rod company. They're specialists, and they make an awesome 10 Cara rod, lots of them. I just don't know anything about 10 Cara rods and carbon fibers. That went over my head. I'm not really much of a fly fisherman. But they wanted to get into the ice category. They asked me a couple of questions, what size, eyelets, just a couple of small things, and I thought nothing of it. Then I was approached, and they said, we've come out with an ice rod. We'd like to send it to you to get some input. And then, of course, I said, we're kind of loyal to the Abu Garcia because it's an awesome combo. They said, we don't want you to switch. We just want your input. Can I please send you a rod? I want you to use it, and you tell us everything about it. Everything good, everything bad. What changes would you make? Well, I'm only one person. I don't know if what my input gives them. I don't know if they're going to take that or what. They come out with this rod called the Winter Hawk. I told them I wasn't going to give them any type of airtime on one of my Shifty Outdoors videos. Don't care. I just want the information. So here's the deal. I used it. I dropped it down the hole, and immediately after that first bite, I could feel the nibble on the tip of this rod. Now, it's incredible, the feel of this rod. Well, everyone started saying, well, why just switch? And what's the deal with it? And what's it made of? I don't know. I'm just using it. It's awesome. So I got a hold of Nathan and Ruben over at WTR, and they said, you know what? Why don't you come out to the headquarters out in Pleasant View, which is right next to Ogden? And I said, you know what? Yeah, I can probably make that happen. And last week it happened. And those guys are awesome. They are great business people. But more than anything, they want to make the best rod out there at the most affordable price. And their rods are backed up. They have a warranty on them that's incredible. I don't think I'll ever use a warranty, but it's impressive. So this rod is actually a 28-inch rod called the Winter Hawk. It has a medium action, fast tip. Look at this. It's got a great backbone. I mean, very strong, very supportive. And then you can see where the bend is. Look at the fast action on that. That is awesome. This is called carbon fiber, Toray carbon fiber. Very durable, very lightweight. It has steel guides in here, stainless steel guides, and it has a Portuguese cork handle. Now, I like it. I'm going to tell you what I really like about it. Other than it also makes it lightweight, easy to grip. You've probably seen these in our ice tent. They're just PVC pipe, but they're great. We've got them that hold 4 and 5 rods, and we can keep them into our tent. We probably carry 15 rods between the three of us every outing. But I sanded this down just a little bit. Okay, how cool is that? It fits in that rod holder so nicely. I really like it. Anyway, Toray carbon fiber is recognized for its outstanding quality, and it's also recognized for its performance. One thing I learned is there's a lot of other companies using this Toray carbon fiber, such as the sports industry and aerospace. Man, if they can use it in those, why not put it in the fishing category that we all love? This is an awesome rod. That company, even though they're more of a 10 Cara company and now an ice company, they come out this year with this little teeny one. This is made for panfish. This was never made to go out and catch big lunkers, okay? You're not going to take this out on Fish Lake and try to catch those lake trout, okay? Panfish, you know, your perch, bluegill, crappie, white bass. They asked me if I'd take this and try it. They sent it to me. I didn't care for it. It was just too flimsy. I'm not a pan fisherman, so I don't really get that. So I sent it back. Terrible mistake. After visiting with them, they said, please take this back. Just use it and give us your input. We'll use you as R&D. You'll do the research and development. We're going to find out how you can put this to the test and where its breaking point is. Well, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to catch a big fish and I saw it breaking it. I'll tell you what. Shifty, you take it on the ice. If you break it, we will give you a brand new one. Well, you can't give me a brand new one because I'm not paying for this. No. You break it. It's helpful to us because we want to make a great rod. We'll give you one just for testing it out. I'm like, okay, I can't lose. Let me tell you something. This is why they made that offer to me. This right here is a very thin piece of Toray carbon fiber. Okay? Now it's a lot thicker than this rod. This is a real light panfish rod. It's a lot lighter and thinner than this one right here called the Winterhawk. But let me show you something. I did this test over at their headquarters. Very, very impressive. You see how thin it is? I'm going to bend this until it breaks. See how far it bends before it snaps. Come on, guys. Did you really think this was going to snap? That's that Toray carbon fiber I'm telling you about. One thing I also recognized when they told me, this rod and these carbon fibers, this rod is not hollow. It's solid. Man, it's got strength and durability. It's awesome. Matter of fact, I found out that the Winterhawk, even though it's only 28 inches long, has 12,000 carbon fibers built into it. I also told them, what if I wanted to, cut an inch off to maybe change the fill of it? That's not that easy. Yeah, you wouldn't want to mess with it. Why? Well, when you cut into it, all those fibers are going to start to unravel. You're kidding me. That's how it's built. It's very strong, very smooth. Smooth as glass. But it's carbon fiber. It wasn't made to be messed with and tampered with. It's incredible. It's got a great feel. What I call this is an investment. Now, I love this. Don't get me wrong. Abu Garcia Veritas, I'd still recommend it to anybody. This is just better. It's lighter weight, has a better fill. You can feel the bite. You're not going to damage it. I won't make this video any longer than I have to, but I will say this. If you're interested in investing in a good quality rod, carbon fiber with stainless steel guides, cork handle, you want the performance, you want the feel. Oh yeah, I was going to say one thing. A lot of people, including myself, use a spring bobber just to maybe see or feel the bite. You've got a feel with that carbon fiber that you can feel the bites. And you can feel the bites all the way down the rod to the handle. It's incredible. I'm not a salesman for Wasatch 10 Cara. I can just say this. I've learned a lot from them because it's amazing. I tried to ask a lot of questions so I can answer your questions, but I'm hoping this will answer your questions as to why did we make this switch over from Abu Garcia to the WTR rods called Winterhawk. It was a great visit with them. Matter of fact, we kind of talked about it. They're going to introduce a new rod next year. It's called the Joker. And it's kind of cool because they were asking a lot of input. So Sean and Devin and I got together and said, how long should it be? What kind of action should it have? What kind of tip should it have? What kind of color should it have? And we got to help kind of design this rod. And I'm excited for it to come out next year. I don't know how any rod could be any better than the Winterhawk, but I'll bet you anything I have a half a dozen of both of them. Anyway, if you haven't bought one of these, try to find them on Facebook. It's Wasatch 10 Cara Rods, or Google it. It's local. Buy them. I'm not sure how many they have left. Will they reorder? Yeah, they've had to reorder 2 or 3 times this year because it's become very popular. But I highly suggest it. I recommend it. It's awesome. Anyway, time to go. Keep fishing. Catch the big ones.